Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures and Forex market preview for the week beginning Sunday, March 27th, 2022 and ending technically Friday, April 1st. We'll see how that goes. Sorry, shut that off. So here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. Nothing here for last month. Obviously, we're at highs or close to them, but we haven't done anything, so there's not much else to look at. Let's look at the daily charts of the Forex pair. So the euro is the inverse of the dollar index. Pretty much, it's down at the lows. The pound dollar, came back a bit. Aussie dollar back to highs, which is interesting. The euro yen is sitting also at highs. That's a big move on the euro yen, by the way. 1,000 pips in the last 3 weeks. Pound yen, same thing. So it is what it is. All right, let's look at the intra week action. So we've got the pound dollar and 30-minute candles. And what you see here is what we closed exactly where we closed the prior week. There was a net nothing for the week, but it was 180 pips of range, and most of that was Tuesday up and Wednesday down, and then the rest of it was. So there's not a lot here. Euro dollar is only not even 100 pips, almost 100 pips, just over 100 pips, maybe, for the whole week. I mean, it's just that Forex remains kind of useless, and we all know it, and I wouldn't focus my life on it right now. This is why we trade different things, right? Otherwise, it's not good. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures form. So, we've broken the downtrend line. We're back above it. All is right in the world. Russia invades Ukraine, and no one cares. It doesn't affect the global economy per se. We have I think the bigger problem continues to be the interest rate situation here in the U.S. and what that will mean for us in the long term. But, it is what it is. In terms of let's go through the daily charts and then we'll talk about the intra-week action. So here's where we're at. S&P cash up 22.90 on Friday. We're still a couple of points off the highs, but it's not the end of the world. NASDAQ 100 down 11.39. SOX down 7.38. No one cares. Biotech's down 67.35. This thing's still hanging near the lows. Nobody cares about this too. The Russell 2000 and the small cap index up 2, hanging near the lows. Crude oil down $4.14 to 109.76. I don't know. I just bought a Tesla, so I don't really care. Gold down up 1955, basically flat. Let's call it that way. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ was negative 648, so it was definitely a little bit negative. And then on the New York, -1. So there was one more stock down than up. Never seen that before. I guess it was a couple weeks back. I can see the dot, but I just don't pay attention to that. Kind of weird. So basically every stock evenly split between up and down. NASDAQ volume 5.5 billion shares on Friday. The VIX closes at 20.81, down 86 cents. The trend closes at 0.57, puts the 10-day moving average at 0.82. Now, again, this is interesting because what do we always say? And it's happened a couple times, and it's always been the high. The 10-day moving average on the trend under 0.85 is a sell signal on the broad market. Last time that happened was early January, and that was when we started heading down. We almost got there there, Dave. Now we're here, right? So we've bounced back above the downtrend line, but on the market, but we've got this. So I'm going to say there might even be a VIX trade. We'll look at it and analyze it on Monday, but it doesn't. We're getting there. Apple up 65 cents. Amazon up 22.448. Facebook up $2.25. Google up $2.02. That's a blip on Google. Goldman Sachs up $1.26. Netflix down $1.86, so nobody cares. Peloton down 52 cents. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $1.81. That's new lows on that. So that's down, rates up. Hope you refinanced recently. Tesla down $3.26. Zoom down $3.28. Nobody cares. And the VXX 2520, but that's going to probably come back now, even though they're not printing more shares of that. There's a little change in how that works now going forward. So we'll see. But until the VIX settles down under 20 by a bit, we don't really care. And we're not going to, we made good money this last quarter on the VXX calls. We got the Dow up 153, Bitcoin at 47,355, up $2,000. Okay, so that's a big deal there. In terms of the intraday action for the week, let me show you what we had. So we, opened flat and then didn't do anything. Went higher, gapped up a little bit, went higher, closed higher on Tuesday, capped down on Wednesday, filled the gap. At that point, we're dead even for the week, right? Nothing had happened. Then we gap up Thursday and went really higher. Friday, gap up and push higher and whatever. So we closed positive, but it was Thursday and Friday because the first 3 days was literally a net zero. And it is what it is from that perspective. So in terms of economic data coming out this week, there is some, and I'm going to be gone Thursday and Friday, but there is some. We got the goods trade balance here in the U.S. on Monday. There's nothing on Sunday anywhere in the world. Preliminary wholesale inventories. Japan's got their unemployment rate, et cetera, et cetera. Getting into Tuesday, we've got the housing price index here in the U.S., JOLTS job openings, consumer confidence, whatever else. So we got whatever, and then we're already into Wednesday, the ADP non-farm employment change, final GDP. We've got the Swiss National Bank announcement at some point in time, crude oil inventories here in the U.S. And we're already Thursday at this point. We haven't had any of our big three. We've got German retail sales, current account out of the UK, final GDP out of the UK, retail sales out of Switzerland, some numbers out of Europe as a broad sector, challenger job cuts here in the US, GDP out of Canada, core PCE price index out of the US, and initial and continuing jobless claims numbers, personal income and spending, that's all at 8:30. Chicago PMI at 9:45 on Thursday, natty gas at 10, so whatever, we go from there. And then on Friday, really a lot of stuff around the world in terms of the manufacturing PMI numbers, but then here in the US we do have the unemployment rate, so we'll be half size Thursday night going to Friday on Forex because of that, and that's a big number, the unemployment rate, and construction spending and ISM manufacturing prices. All right, there's still countries left that haven't done their daylight savings time shift. That'll happen in Australia and New Zealand over next weekend, and that will wrap that up. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week.